Okay, so today we're gonna switch things up a little bit. We are gonna photograph some stuff, but I am back in Norway and fall has arrived. And the last few videos I've been shooting major landscapes in Iceland. So this is gonna be a slightly different video. We're not gonna shoot mountains or beautiful beaches or a sunset. Today I am looking for detail, and I've situated myself in a forest close to my cabin. I've never really been to this exact location before, so I don't really know what it has to offer, but it's looking good, definitely. So I'm just gonna walk around and try to find some interesting detail to shoot. Maybe some wonderful fall colors would be nice. Yeah. So the thing about woodland photography that makes it so challenging is the fact that it's so chaotic, and not to mention hard to navigate. So what I'm trying to do right now is to isolate details or certain parts of the scene to try to make interesting compositions. And I'm not doing a good job as of yet, but I still got a few more hours to just walk around and enjoy nature. So one of the things that I really love about fall are these ferns that are just now starting to change color, and I think these will provide a nice color palette to my image. All I need is some interesting elements to make the image complete, if you will. Maybe a tree or a mossy rock. So I'm gonna keep looking. I don't know why, but for some reason finding the details I was looking for was more challenging than normal. So that proved a lot more difficult than I expected. I've been walking around for about an hour now and still haven't found anything decent. A lot of nice colors, but I can't seem to put the image together for some reason. I haven't found a decent looking rock or a tree surrounding the ferns. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna try a different location, drive a few miles down the road and start over again. I didn't capture an image that afternoon, but the next day I was even more determined to find something interesting to shoot. So as soon as I got off work, I grabbed my camera and I went for a walk. So now it's the following day, still we got the same conditions as yesterday, and I just took cover under some trees because it is pouring down. Hopefully it'll settle any minute now, and we're gonna go for a stroll and see if we can find some beautiful details to capture. Okay, so I think I found a composition that I'm going to go with. I'm filming this on my phone, by the way, so sorry about the audio. But yeah, I think I'm going to go with this one. I've spotted a tree right behind me here that is fallen, and it's bending and twisting in all kinds of directions. And also, there's a tree behind it with leaves that are just starting to turn yellow. And those leaves are backlit by the sky. There's not a whole lot of sunlight today, but the sky is acting like a big diffuser softbox. So I'm going to use that in my advantage. So I like it. This scene is pretty evenly lit, and the yellow leaves in the background, I'm hoping they're gonna show really well in the final image. I think I'm just gonna grab this shot before it starts to rain again. Okay, so I'm shooting this with my 35mm lens. It's a prime lens. I got it at f/16. My shutter speed is 1/8 of a second, and my ISO is 200. I'm really trying to underexpose the image because I don't want a lot of the highlights to show. And I also want to create a moody, atmospheric photograph. So I got my 2-second timer on, of course, and I'm focusing on the tree that is pretty much parallel with the leaves. So yeah, I think that's going to do the trick. And there we go. Next image. Okay, so I'm standing in the middle of a puddle, so I'm gonna make this quick. I think I found my second composition of the day. I don't know. There's something about today, but I'm feeling inspired, and I'm finding compositions everywhere. And I've settled in on this one. It's a rock formation with a crack, and there's some grasses growing out of it. And I like the nuances of the colors in the grass and the transition between the rich yellows and greens into the brown, more faded color. I really like this composition, but I think it's an acquired taste, and I don't know yet. We're gonna have to see after I'm done processing it whether it's any good or not. But I think it has potential for sure. So I really like how this photograph summarizes fall. You got the transition between the rich greens and yellows into the browns. So I'm gonna go ahead and try to take the shot now. Now the last few videos has been mainly about me running around Iceland shooting beautiful scenery. But that's not what photography is like most of the time. And I'm so glad I made this video because I got to show you guys how frustrating it can be to be a photographer. You see, walking around your own neighborhood and picking out details that you find interesting, that to me is where the true photography lies. Now I'm gonna be completely honest with you guys. Shooting woodlands is not my forte. I'm having a really hard time finding interesting compositions and photographing trees and forests, but I do it to challenge myself. And if I end up not getting a photograph, at least I spent a few hours walking around, getting familiar, and being out in nature. And it's as simple as that. By just going outside with your camera, you increase your chances of getting great photographs. I want to thank everybody who watched this video. Make sure you leave it a thumbs up. If you got any questions, leave it in the comment section below. And also make sure you follow this channel. And until next time, thanks for watching.